Hi, so welcome if you picked piled one and the Carnelian crystal. So red carnelian is all about passion, confidence, determination, all of those kind of qualities, and also growing through challenges and resistance. So obviously we've all had that, but I'm guessing if you've picked pile one in terms of self-love, relationships, then you might feel like you've had more challenges than most, basically. Because that stone is particularly for people that have been quite challenged in relationship situations. So let's have a look at our cards. So our first three cards are from the Romance Angels Oracle. We have the card of deception. So when this card comes out of this deck, it normally tells me that there probably has been situations in the past where there has been betrayal and lies, maybe cheating, that kind of thing. If we look closely at the card, we can see that people are wearing masks there in the relationships. The little angels are whispering into their ears, but they're not listening, and they are basically wearing masks and not being themselves. So you could have been in that kind of situation a few times in the past, which has really put you off relationships. It could be that you have got quite good at lying to yourself sometimes in relationships. Often we don't want to believe things about people. If we are in a relationship with them, we want to see them in a completely positive light, and if that isn't going on, if somebody isn't what they seem, if we figure out that they have qualities that we don't like, then often we don't want to see that. So it could be that that's happened in the past as well, where you have actively lied to yourself about somebody and stayed in a situation that wasn't good. So this card is just coming out basically as a little reminder of what might have happened. It's not a blame card or telling you off for doing anything in the past. It's just an acknowledgement of the fact that this could have happened in the past and made it difficult for you to fully love and appreciate yourself, because it is, if we've been betrayed or deceived, it really, really damages us in a lot of ways and takes a long time to get over that and trust people again. So your guides are just saying we acknowledge the fact that this has happened, and it's time to heal from that now if you haven't done that already. The next card we have is keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. So this is saying your soulmate is different, may differ from your standard type and expectations, your usual type. So even though this is a self-love reading, there are going to be cards that talk about relationships. And I feel like what your guides are saying with this one is it could be in the past that you've gone for a certain type and it didn't really work out for you going for that certain type. And I feel like they're saying going forward in relationships, really stay open-minded, because it could be that somebody who you wouldn't normally go for, somebody who isn't your usual type, is going to be the one that comes in and really helps you to heal, helps you to see that a different type of relationship could be way better for you, even if that's not something that you've been interested in the past. I think sometimes if we're kind of used to kind of the bad boy, bad girl types, and then somebody comes along who's much more steady and stable and dependable, sometimes we can push that away if it's not in keeping with our usual type, but sometimes that's the best thing for us. So yeah, they're saying keep an open mind going forward, because it's likely that the next person coming in for you will be different from your usual type of relationship. It might be more of a slow burn. It might be somebody that you're friends with first, so you're not massively jumping into it. too quickly at the beginning, which we can obviously do. But yeah, they're saying keep an open mind, and I think you'll be surprised at who comes in for you next, definitely. And then our third romance card, we've got flirt. I'm just going to pull these cards in a bit. Move it up. Yeah, so flirt is an interesting card. It's really about your energy, this card. Like, you can see this card and think, oh, this is telling me that I need to be more of a flirt, be more extrovert, get out there, that kind of thing. But it's actually the energy of playfulness, lightheartedness. And it doesn't even necessarily mean that literally for you to go out and start flirting with loads of people. This is more about your energy and your approach to life and being playful and just having fun. And your guide is saying if you can do that as much as possible, have a good time without thinking about your next relationship or past relationships, and just, yeah, have fun as much as possible, be with friends, date, obviously, would come into this as well. But yeah, just, they're saying to get over the past, some of this maybe bad past stuff that's here. It's a really good idea right now for you to engage in some lighthearted playfulness, flirting, having a great time, and that will be really healing for you. And ideally that will then raise your energy, so you're in a really good position for a new person coming in for you. So they're saying we acknowledge that this might have gone on in the past, but you've been healing from that. And it's important as a result of this to keep an open mind going forward about who might be coming in for you, and also tap into that playful energy as well, which will help speed things up a little bit. Okay, so let's have a look at our heart-shaped cards now. So our first card, we have the card of new beginning. New beginning, which is lovely. So that tells you that if you've been doing a lot of healing work, there are new options coming in for you at this time. It's talking about a new adventure, embracing a new adventure, and live your dreams passionately. So this isn't, to me, this doesn't even necessarily mean about your next relationships. This is about a whole new adventure. This could be you taking a new job. This could be you moving to a new city or abroad. This could be you taking time to go traveling. And this new beginning is going to be so healing for you. Doing those kind of things, making big changes that are going to be positive, are going to be very healing. You're going to meet new people, make new friends, and potentially new relationship might come in with that. But I feel like your guide is saying that it's all about adventure. It's all about really living your life in the way that you want to live it, and prioritizing that adventure right now, even if it doesn't mean a new relationship. And again, remember, this reading is about self-love. So the cards could show a new relationship come in, but I'm going to interpret it more in the sense of the things that you would be good for you to do to just feel really great about yourself. And then when you're feeling in that vibration, it's more likely that the right relationship will come in, instead of carrying on kind of feeling quite bad about the past and not great, that kind of thing, because then it makes it harder for somebody new to come in. Or if they do come in, then they're probably not going to be suitable for you because you're not in the best place for it. And then we have the card of passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So I feel like they're saying as you embrace new adventures, new things, then you're going to be feeling much more passionate about life, and your energy, as I said before, is going to increase as a result. So we don't need to be in a relationship to feel passion. We can be passionate about our work. We can be passionate about our friends and family and our pets. And we can be passionate about music and art and fashion and travel and all of these different things. So I feel like they're saying focus on the playfulness, focus on being passionate about things, bringing that passion back in if you haven't been feeling that. And that is going to be so huge in terms of healing from some past stuff that might still be affecting you in the background. And then we have a bit of a contemplative card. That's the back of it there. And it says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. So I feel like this is just a reminder about priorities, really. I think it's so easy in this world to prioritize money and houses and cars and all of those things, which obviously house is important from a shelter point of view. But I think that a lot of us have been taught to value those things, whereas this is saying the most important thing is the memories you shared with others. So I think it's a good reminder that if we are focusing on the material stuff, to maybe kind of have a bit of a assessment of that and ask if that's making you truly happy, or if it's actually the time you spend with other people. Look at if you've been working too hard, spending too much time by yourself, that kind of thing, not seeing friends, family, other people, and really ask yourself, you know, what is the thing that's going to make me happiest in the long run? Is it going to be experiences or things? It might be things for you, that's fine. But I think for the majority of us, it is experiences that really matter. And yeah, so just have a think about that statement and what it means to you, basically. Okay, so now we've got our self-care cards. So we have make a vision board and spend time with friends, which I love the fact it's come out with that other card. So make a vision board it's a great idea generally. I think it's a good idea for us to do vision boards at any time of the year, not just the new year, that a lot of people say do it for the year ahead. I think it's a good idea to do one every few months, and we can do them on different life areas as well, like work and relationships and travel, those kinds of things. As you can see, she is just sticking up photos of things that inspire her. We've got yoga. We've got some affirmations there. I am wealthy and I believe in me. Be an inspiration. Listen to your heart. That kind of thing. So she's got a little vision board going on there on her wall. If you feel guided to do this, you can cut pictures out of magazines and stick them onto cards, words, images, anything that inspires you, that you want to bring into your life, and then put that up in a prominent place, like on your fridge or on a wall somewhere that you're going to see often. You can also do vision boards online using Canva. So you can do an online board, which you could then print out, and it's just a bit easier to find the images and move them into places you want them to be, as opposed to cutting things out of magazines and onto cards. But a vision board can be just such a positive thing to do to get us out of a rut as well. If you've been feeling, you know, kind of a bit stuck, a bit down in the dumps, those kinds of things. And one thing that I saw was it's a good idea to find images of the way you want your life to be, but look at the image as a memory. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example. So I have an Instax printer, which means I can print out photos onto these Instax little mini Polaroids. So this year I really wanted to work and travel, be a digital nomad. So I've been printing out pictures of people in those situations and then printing them out as if that's my memory, as if that's me in that memory, and then sticking them around my desk. There's also one there of someone with their YouTube kind of followers certificate thing that you get when you get popular on YouTube. So that was something that I wanted to achieve with my videos, so I've printed that out as well. And then this could be like a relationship one. So here's a couple snorkeling, probably somewhere quite exotic. And if that's the kind of situation you want to be in, then find images for that. That's the kind of situation I'd like to be in, with somebody doing cool stuff like that. So that's why I printed that one out. So that is one way that you could do the vision board as well. But yeah, it doesn't just need to be for a relationship, but they do say that if you are looking for a relationship, then a good idea is to get very specific on the kind of person you want as well. Like, don't be too broad about it. Just be very, very specific about the kind of qualities and characteristics of the person that you want. And that could be something that you put on a board as well, relationship-wise. Then we have spend time with friends, which obviously has come out after I talked about that card and experiences. So yeah, the card is showing a group of friends hanging out there, having tea, doing cards, having like cookies and things. I think there's some like drawing utensils out there. But yeah, the guidance right now is to do just that, to spend time around people that are fun, that make you laugh, that you feel safe with, especially if you're coming out of a difficult relationship. Make time to do this regularly. Don't just do it when you feel down. Do it to stop yourself from feeling down as well. And this could be online too. This could be like an online group that you're in. It doesn't need to be a face-to-face thing if that's difficult for you. It could be that you meet more like-minded people online that are into the same stuff as you. So your guides are really saying like prioritize friends right now. It's so important. That's going to really lift your mood, play into this playfulness kind of energy as well. And yeah, making time to socialize, do fun things, get out of the house, all of that kind of thing is going to be really worthwhile at this time. Okay, so what's next? So now we've got some self-compassion cards. So we have focus on what matters, which matches in with what we said about priorities. So on the card here, we have this woman and her priorities are friends, family, joy. And we've got the flowers going on around there. And it says, may I consciously and clearly choose what is important. On the back, I'm choosing to focus on what is important to me and let go of distractions. I choose what matters. Journal question, what's one small change could I make to live in a way that's more aligned to doing more of what matters to me? So I feel like your guides are saying it's a really good time to focus on what is important to you, what makes you happy, what doesn't. You know, do you need a lifestyle change like the new beginning that is talked about there? You know, do you need to go off an adventure? Do you need to go off and travel? Try and, you know, if you work remotely, if you can do that, you could maybe see that as an option to have more adventure in your life. But I feel like they're really talking about getting very clear about your priorities, and then you could put your priorities on the vision board there. And then our second self-compassion card is appreciate your own contribution. So we've got affirmations like, I did it, I'm amazing, I made a difference, and may I appreciate all that I am. I take time each day to appreciate myself and all that I contribute. I appreciate me. What can I pat myself on the back for today, and what did I do well that people always thank me for and appreciate? So yeah, this is a really good self-love card. It's like, really think about what you did, what you do every day, even the smallest thing, and pat yourself on the back. even the tiniest things that you do, because it's so important to do that, because the world often will drag us down and let us think otherwise, that we are unworthy, that we need to keep doing a million things to be worthy. And no, you're already worthy, you're already enough. So it's all about you and how you look at yourself. How can you celebrate yourself? How can you celebrate your wins? How can you appreciate yourself? You could do that in a journal, which can often help us to see things that we don't often see. You could put that in a gratitude journal as well. And yeah, if you're doing a gratitude list, then you could mention yourself in there as well, and think about what you've done maybe to help somebody recently, or the great things that you do regularly for other people, and really focus on that, and that will improve your confidence and your self-esteem. Okay, and then our final card for this pile, guys, is Sanctuary. It's such a lovely card. It's showing somebody just completely wrapped up in what looks like a massive scarf or a blanket. See there? I feel like this is talking about you creating a sanctuary for yourself, maybe in your home, or a room where you can go to that's just really lovely and comforting, and where you can retreat to feel really good, and practice self-care activities in there as well. I feel like this is also saying we often look to somebody else to be our sanctuary, to be our home, but it's important for us to make that for ourselves as well, for us to be our own sanctuary. And it can take us a long time to get to that point, because we're all healing from all sorts of things. So how can you be your own sanctuary? How can you create a sanctuary in your own home? A place for you to go to heal and retreat and give yourself self-love. I really love that card. But yeah, that was overall so nice. I feel like your guides are pointing out the healing, reminding you to keep an open mind about the future, go into that playfulness energy, prioritize experiences, spend time with friends. There's definitely a new beginning coming in for you, a new adventure, so you can live with passion. The vision board will help you to get where you want to get to, and then focus on your priorities, appreciate yourself, what you do on a daily basis, and then really prioritize this sanctuary as well, this home, external home for yourself, or the inner sanctuary as well. Oh, I love that. Okay, so I really hope that resonated, pile one. If it did, please leave a comment. I'd be so grateful. And I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so hi, pile two, and thanks for watching. You probably were guided to pile two by the pink and grey agate there, which is a very grounding stone, and it is really good if you've been really stressed out and feel the need to take a step back from things at this time, just to release any negativity that's going on and really prioritize yourself. So if that resonates for you, get yourself some of that. Just pop it there. Okay, so we're going to look at our 3 romance angel cards first. So you started off with a very important message, which is you deserve love. You deserve love. You are lovable. Okay, and often we forget this, don't we? It's so easy to forget that we deserve it if we've been in negative situations, if we've been in a relationship where people have put us down, made us question ourselves and our worth, that kind of thing. You might have been single for a long time as well and be wondering, you know, like, is somebody going to come along? Am I going to be single forever? You know, like, is it me? Is there something wrong with me? But no, your guides are saying you deserve love. And that is love in all forms, not just from a romantic partner, but you know, from friends, from family, and especially from yourself. You know, you are amazing just by being here, which sounds really twee. But when you think of all the obstacles that we've had to come through to get where we are and become who we are, it's like a miracle, basically. So your guides want you to have that message right off the bat to start with. They want you to hear that, even if it's difficult for you to hear right now and you don't really believe it. They wanted to start off on that note because that is the key message of this reading, that you do deserve love, that you are worthy of love. And if you're not getting it from the people that are around you right now, then maybe it's time to expand your circle, let go of some people if they're not good for you. There's always people out there that can, there's always new people that can come in. We just need to make the effort and try and meet new people, new friends. You know, a lot of people have chosen families. If they don't get on with their families, you can choose your friends. You can have a pet for unconditional love. And you can do the self-love work, the inner child work, if it's stuff from childhood, or, you know, the self-development work. We can do that. We can keep doing that to get to the point where we feel good about ourselves again. So they just want you to have that message first thing straight away. I just wanted to show you that one straight away. Secondly, we have stay optimistic about your love life. So again, another really positive message. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So again, I just want to reiterate that the purpose of this reading isn't really a relationship reading in the traditional sense. It's more about self-love and our relationship with ourselves. But sometimes messages come through about relationships, and they are saying that if this is what you want, then there is someone out there for you. But the main thing is that you stay optimistic. You remember this, you deserve love. You don't doubt this or question this. You really, really do the work to fully believe that you deserve love. The key here, though, is positive thinking and faith. And again, it's all about belief, isn't it? So if we kind of lose faith, lose hope, we might have been, again, single for a while and just be like, well, nobody's come in for like months and years now, so why should it happen now? We can kind of block things with that, even though it is difficult to stay positive. So I feel like they're saying it's so important to do whatever you can to stay positive and have faith. You know, look at stories of people around you that have met people in kind of interesting ways, or maybe after being single for a long time, or, you know, it's taken them a long time to meet the right person. Really focus on like positive stories instead of negative things that happen in terms of dating and relationships. Because if we focus on that, then we can really block ourselves from receiving what we want. Okay, so card number 3, we have free yourself. So this is quite a powerful card. It says it's time to take back control of your life. Showing a unicorn there surrounded by a fence, but it thinks it's trapped, but the fence isn't actually that high and it can jump over it. So the message is that you can take back control. You can free yourself from the past or anything bad that's happened previously. You're not trapped. It's an illusion. You can jump over that fence. Yes, it might have to be with support, but it is possible, and you can get free of the past and be back in control again. This sometimes comes out when there's like a recurring situation. So say someone you're in a previous relationship keeps reappearing constantly, even though it's ended, and it's really difficult to get past it because they're not fully gone. You never know if they're going to pop up again. And if that keeps happening and it's not good for you, then it's really important to protect yourself. You know, if they are messing with your peace or ability to move forward, then it's important to set very strong boundaries. even block people if that is what's going to keep you feeling safe, feeling like you can move forward. And it's very much saying that you're in control, you have the power. Don't be fooled into thinking that you don't, that you are stuck, that you can't move forward, that this is it for you. Like, it's definitely saying that you can do this, you can move forward, you can break free, you can be in a better situation, you can get out of a situation that's bad for you and take some time by yourself to heal if necessary. But if this was a doubt for you, then they're definitely saying that you can do this. And as I said, if that involves getting support from, you know, people that can help you to do that, then that's really important to do that as well. But it could have had a particular meaning for you that as soon as you saw that card, and it's important that you listen to your intuition on that as well, because everybody can interpret that in different ways. But your guides are saying that you're definitely ready to break free, to do this for yourself right now, and that you can do it. You have the ability to do it. You're strong. You can move forwards. Okay, so let's move on to our heart-shaped lovers cards. So the first card we have is surrender. At times we must surrender the old before something new can enter our lives. Let go and all will work out. So that very much resonates or reiterates what the Free Yourself card said, that we have to let go of the old, the past, before we can let something new in. And so many of us hang on to old relationships. I've done it. We hang on to people that we know aren't right for us, that we are kind of just settling for because we don't want to be alone. And even though that might work in the interim, if we carry on doing that, we're kind of blocking somebody new coming in if that's what we want. So it's really important to let go, to get free of things from the past that keep popping back up again to hold us back. That surrender card as well, that word is so powerful. It's just like really like such a big release, like such a big letting go of the things that are holding us back, that are negative, that are bringing us down. And if we can really do the work on letting go and releasing these things that are stopping us from moving forward, then we will definitely be in a much better place and our energy will be higher. So we attract better things, if that makes sense. So they're saying there's a definite energy of surrender that's needed at this time. So really feel into that. We've also got the card of power. You instinctively know what's right for you and you have the power to say no or to walk away at any time. So there's a definite theme happening here with these cards. Free yourself, surrender. You deserve love, stay optimistic, and power. You know what's right for you. You know this intuitively. You know, even if your actions aren't matching what you know, you still know it, and you can say no or walk away from a situation that isn't serving you. Okay. I think sometimes we just need the message that we have the power. It's easy to forget that we have the power, that we're powerful, that we're, you know, it's easy to feel powerless, isn't it? It's so easy to feel powerless in this world. So your guides are definitely saying you know what's right for you deep down, even if you're having a hard time like fully embodying that. But you have the power to say no or walk away. You have the power to say no or walk away at any time. So just kind of really feel into that right now. Really breathe that in. Yeah, and there's such a theme going on in this reading. I really feel like this pile 2 is all about you taking your power back. And there's a very, very strong energy of that here. Okay, and then we have this card. It's important right now to take a step back and to spend some time alone. Instead of putting your focus on another, now is the time to give to yourself. So a very, very clear message to put yourself first, to prioritize yourself, to step away from people, relationships that are not making you feel good, that have an unbalanced amount of giving and receiving. You know, this links into this. You deserve love, absolutely does. Take your focus off that other person and put the focus on yourself. You have the power to do that. You are able to do that. You can say no. You know, you can break free. You can free yourself. You know, so they're definitely talking about some alone time being needed right now. It's so easy to romanticize and want to be with somebody and be in love. Yeah, spend some time alone right now. Heal yourself. Give yourself some space. You deserve it. You don't have to justify that to anybody. Okay, so we're going to go on to our self-care cards. And the first one we got was really interesting. We've got sound healing. Now, I love that this came out because I've been listening to a lot of sound healing videos on YouTube recently. And they're amazing. Like, the quality of the sound on there now is so good. And there are so many videos on there. There's like a guy with sound bowls and he had his like cat purring over it as well, which was amazing. And there's so many amazing sound healers doing videos on YouTube right now. So if that's something that resonates with you, then really check those out. It's so great for relaxing, to get back in balance, to get rid of stress and anxiety, to help you with sleep. I often play them before bed. This card is also a sign that you would be naturally gifted at sound healing if you wanted to give that a try, or it might be something that you already do or go to sound healing sessions in person. Like, if you haven't been to a sound healing session yet in person, honestly, find one, because it's absolutely amazing being in the room with all the bowls and the gongs and the chimes. You feel like you're transported to another planet. It's just absolutely amazing energy. And I feel like your guides are saying that based on some of this like really difficult stuff that's been going on, that sound healing would be massively helpful to you, to help you to move on and move past it and feel good again. But yeah, definitely check out the YouTube sessions, but also look to see if there are any sound healers doing sessions where you live. You can also get one-to-one sound healing, which is amazing because you are the main focus of the healing session, and they will play chakra bowls over you and chimes and everything. It's just such an amazing healing therapy. So I feel like that is a great card to come out for you, actually, because it has been massively helping me recently, and it's so it's just such an amazing way to feel better just with like the click of a YouTube video, really. And I'll post some in the description that I really like at the minute, some links to the videos. And then the other card that we've got is use your hands. Use your hands. So here, obviously, we've got a woman and she is doing some pottery there, and around her are some like different things that she may have made. So I feel like what your guides are saying at this time is that it would be really healing for you to use your hands to create things at the minute. Are you being called to make or fix anything? And it's saying it can be really empowering to create with our hands. It can really help us to feel powerful, to take our power back, which ties into the previous cards as well. Yeah, so is that appealing to you? Could you go to a pottery class or like a glass blowing class, something like that, which would help you to learn a whole new skill? It's also talking about DIY, so there might be things in your home that need to be fixed or looked at, and it's a really good time to do those things now. Or you could really benefit at this time from like learning some DIY if it's not something that you would naturally do. Maybe you would hire somebody to do it, but maybe it would be good for you to use your hands and to do some things yourself. You can watch videos and learn how to do practically everything nowadays. says you could bring new life and colour into an old piece of furniture by repainting it, or make some original art for your home. So, you know, we can use like Canva to create a piece of art. You know, there's so many ways that we can create our own art nowadays. We don't need to necessarily buy it. It's saying, is there something broken around the house that you can easily fix? Often we can get a real sense of achievement from doing that. Or it's even saying getting your hands dirty with gardening, weeding, that kind of thing will give you a sense of accomplishment, just to get in the garden, that kind of thing as well. So yeah, I feel like that would be incredibly healing for you at this time. Yeah, as you do the smaller things, your confidence will grow as you tackle bigger and more complex projects. And this also will like make you feel more confident in your own life as well, I think, by doing those things. And the mantra is, I create magic with my hands. I create magic with my hands. Okay, so now we have our self-compassion cards. And first of all, we have, I am sending and receiving love so it ripples across the world. Feel connected to all. And it is, may I appreciate my connection to all beings. So we've got the world there with the little people standing around it. We're all part of one world. And on the back, we have, I breathe out love across the universe. I am part of a loving and compassionately connected world. I take time to appreciate all that is wonderful in our world. So that's a really nice mantra, and that can feel very difficult right now with all the horrible things that are happening, to see the world as loving and compassionately connected and see the wonderful things. But it's so important right now. I feel like if you are watching a lot of news, then it might be a good idea not to do that, because that could be something that's bringing you down, and you don't need to take that on, especially if you're an empath and highly sensitive. You don't need to do that. You know, we have to protect our energy in these times. If you're highly sensitive, you know, we shouldn't be, because we can have secondary trauma from seeing some terrible things happen on the news. So just be really careful around that. Just felt guided to say that there. And the journal question is, how did I build some of my skills and strengths? Who contributed to my journey? Send out thanks to them today. So yeah, again, talking about your strength, your power. So how did you get your strength? You know, where has that come from? You know, even the people that have hurt us, you know, they've made us stronger. So we might not want to thank them necessarily, but we can definitely, you know, appreciate the people that have helped in positive ways in our lives as well. But I just really like the overall message there. Sending and receiving love so it ripples across the world. And that's something we can do in meditation. You know, we can actively kind of visualize the planet and sending love to the areas that need it. I have like a globe, and I sit with my like hand on a part that really needs healing right now, you know, the obvious war-torn places. But yeah, it's about feeling connected as well, appreciating connection to all beings too. So even though the cards are saying take some time for yourself, be alone and things, it's still important to stay connected and not just become a hermit and cut yourself off while you're doing healing work. So think about the ways that feel good for you to connect to people. And we have this lovely card. Each day, new opportunities. May I see each day as a new opportunity to be kind to myself. And this lovely sunshine on there. Then on the back, I wake up and choose kindness for myself time and time again. Each day is a new opportunity to practice kindness. I choose being kind to myself today. Journal question, how can I remind myself to return time and time again to choosing kindness for myself? So this is, I absolutely love this card. It's seeing each day as a new opportunity to be kind to ourselves. Now, it's so easy to forget that. Again, it ties in with you deserve love, you know, like often we don't feel lovable or we feel unworthy. We look around at the rest of the world and think that everybody's got more than us, and why do we struggle so much in all of this? But it's so important to have a mindset shift right now, and to take the time every day to be kind to yourself, no matter what's going on in your life, you know. Like, even if you're in a really bad place and you feel like you may have contributed to that, you know, like we don't do that on purpose to ourselves. We have these moments, and the worse you're feeling, the more important it is to be kind to yourself. You know, if you're feeling terrible right now, that means that it's extra important for you to do that, obviously, because you need it. You need to realize that you deserve self-love, you know, and each day we get another chance at that. If it hasn't happened today, if you've really been self-critical today, really struggled, then there's always tomorrow, hopefully. But yeah, see that sun, that positive sun, and remember that this is a work in progress. This is something we can do daily. We can keep trying. We can, you know, if it doesn't go well one day, we can try again the day after as well. And this could involve writing a love letter to yourself regularly and just telling yourself what you appreciate about yourself, which can really help with the healing process if we've been really badly hurt or let down by people. Okay, so we have come on to our last card. I really hope that this has resonated with you. There's a very strong theme going on there around self-love, releasing the past, breaking free, you know, the self-healing. And our final card is Radiance. Radiance, and we have the lighthouse there with the heart light beaming out. And this is your guides telling you that this is you, this is your natural self underneath. You know, that might be buried a bit right now. You might not be feeling radiant like a beacon, like a ray of light to people, but this is your natural state. And this is who you are. And if you do this healing work that's been mentioned in these messages, then you will return to this place and you will be radiant and you will attract much better things. You've learned a lot of lessons and you know what to do going forward and to which traps to avoid. So this ties in nicely to the positive thinking and faith as well. And I just love the lighthouse symbolism. This can also mean look for the other people around you that are lighthouses, that are there to help you, that are beacons of light, beacons of strength as well. But I feel like the main message here is that this is you. This is your potential. You can be this. You can be radiant. Even despite the fact you might not be feeling great, your radiance acts as a beacon, pulling the right people towards you as you move forward. When your heart is open, you glow and you're attracting the right people. And when you live in this state of radiance, you don't need to struggle for things to happen because you shine so brightly that opportunities are drawn to you. But even if you are feeling tired and lethargic and not good, you can transform this by acting as if you feel expansive, content and luminous. So there's this phrase, act as if. So even if we don't have something yet, we can, a lot of the law of attraction people say, try and act as if you already have it. So it's almost like you're really acting like in your body, like acting to believe that what you have, you've already got. It says this might sound like you're pretending, but when you act as if, this sends a powerful signal to your subconscious mind to uplift your emotional state. And then it's even talking about the basics, doing things like just putting on clean clothes, getting in the shower and going for a walk in nature, listening to soothing music. And acting as if you're radiant can catapult you into a state of radiance. And the mantra is, I'm a radiant reflection of God's light. Okay, so, that felt powerful. So we had the 3 messages here. you know, reminding you that you deserve love, to stay optimistic and to break free. You can break free, you can get out of any situation you're in. Then we had surrender, power, and take a step back. Spend some time alone. The sound healing and the using your hands. Both of these things I feel like would be very healing for you right now. And then our self-compassion card. Feeling connected to the world and seeing every day as an opportunity to be kind to yourself. I really hope that resonated. Please comment if it did. It would be really helpful to get feedback. And if you don't subscribe already, please subscribe. I'll be doing lots of these kind of readings going forward. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. So hello, if you picked pile 3, you may have been guided by the Sodalite. And Sodalite is all about clear thinking, having a clear mind, and it relates to the upper chakras, the throat and third eye, and it's about speaking your truth as well. So if that resonates with you, it might be worth getting yourself some Sodalite if you need to have clarity at this time, if things have been confusing, or you need to speak your truth, speak your mind. So I'll just pop that there while we look at the cards. So let's get started. So let's have a look at our Romance Angel Oracle cards first, sorry. So the first card that jumped out for you is Release Your Ex. Now, this is quite a loaded card. It's, you know, quite a strong message, isn't it, right off the bat from your guides? But I feel like they're saying, obviously, all the messages that come through are for your highest good. And I feel like your guides are definitely saying that this is right for you at this time. And it's saying the time has come for you to clear your energy. Okay. The woman is kind of looking pretty frustrated there. Her energy isn't coming off as that happy. But yeah, it's kind of what it says on the tin. It's like if there is still the energy of someone from the past around, it's likely that they're stopping you from moving forward. And I think that's what you really want, to move forward. That's normally what has happened if this card jumps out. This could also be that your ex is no longer in contact with you and you don't have any kind of connection any longer, but there's still hurt there. There's still pain there from things that happened in the past. And it could be that you've kind of put a bit of a barrier around your heart because of that, which makes complete sense that we would do that. You know, it's normal to do that after we've been hurt. You know, we don't want to be hurt in the same way again. But I feel like this is a message to clear out that energy as well, so you can open your heart to new experiences as well. You know, we can still be upset about somebody years after the event, can't we? It can take a long time to get over somebody and get past it. I feel like the guidance here is, if that has been going on for a long time and it's affecting your ability to move forward, then think about getting some support. You know, there's nothing wrong with getting some counselling to help you move forward. You know, these things can be very, very difficult to let go of, especially if it was a really painful breakup, or, you know, things were done or said that were really hurtful and harmful. But that is our first message, our self-love message. And yeah, hopefully that resonates in some sense. Pile 3. We have also got the card Let Go of Control Issues. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. So often this jumps out if maybe we've met somebody. We could be pushing or forcing things in that relationship if we wanted to move ahead, but the guidance here is just allow things to unfold naturally. Don't push or force things. You know, things will happen if they're meant to happen. This card also comes out as well if you've been like praying for a new relationship, a new special someone to come in, and when we do that, we have to kind of let go of what we've asked for. That's how manifestation works. So we have to kind of get out of our own way. So if we try and control other people or external circumstances, we get frustrated and our manifestations get slowed down. And your guides are saying at this time, it isn't a time for you to take charge. It's more of a time to sit back and just let things play out. But obviously, in the meantime, if you're wanting to manifest a new relationship, it's a good idea to practice visualizations, maybe do a vision board, and have intentions about what you want to manifest. There's nothing to stop you from doing that. But it's the message of this card is that your prayers might be answered differently from what you have in mind. So it's about keeping an open mind. There might be somebody coming in for you that's very different to people you've been attracted to in the past. And it's about, are you open to that? Are you open to something different? Often if we try and control things, if we have control issues, it's because we have fears that things won't live up to our expectations. And this is also called outlining, and it's where we hand the universe a script of how you want it and everything to work. But this can also block us, and it causes us to overlook even more beautiful ways that the future might unfold. So the real message here is just try and let go of your control, let go of any grip you have on how things are going to turn out. The most important thing right now is trust and faith. And you can ask your guides, whatever you believe in the universe, to help you to have more trust and faith at this time if that's what you need. And our third Romance Angels card is let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. So I feel like this is all about, if you're not feeling great right now, if there's stuff going on around these things, then speak to someone about it. Speak to a friend, let them know how you're feeling. This can also be about new relationships as well. So it could be that your friends might know somebody that would be suitable for you. And I don't feel like people matchmake that much anymore because of dating apps, but it's really lovely to be introduced to somebody via a friend, I think. I think that's a really nice thing. So I would just not keep things to yourself and tell your friends exactly what's going on with you. It's saying your guides are helping you via other people, but you have to be able to allow that help to happen. And they're saying that you need to be more willing to ask for help, especially within the context of your love life. Talk to people about what your hopes, your dreams, and then allow others to help you. Because perhaps they'll give some advice, or, as I said, know of a potential future partner in their friendship group. It's also a sign to spend some quality time with your friends. If you're in a relationship, then it's important to keep in touch with our friends, to spend time with friends, not to just put all the focus onto one person, because that definitely isn't healthy. And if you're single and maybe sad about it, spend time with your friends, get out of the house, get some fresh energy in. And again, you might be introduced to somebody via them. So I feel like if you pick pile 3, there's definitely something around maybe a friend doing introductions. But I feel like the main message from this, because this is more of a self-love reading, is really see your friends as a source of that love. It doesn't have to always be from a romantic partner. We can get so much from our friends. So see them differently in terms of what kind of a relationship you can have with them, and if you can improve those relationships, because then we don't have to think that a romantic relationship is the be all and end all, because it isn't. Okay, so there's first 3 cards. So then we have our heart-shaped deck. So we have got the card of playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy. Have some fun together, and remember, love is the greatest healer. So I really like this. I feel like it ties into the friends card a lot, because obviously friends are the people that we tend to have most of a laugh with. It could also talk about maybe going on some dates, that kind of thing. But in context of this reading, obviously we've had some issues there about things that need to be healed. So I feel like they're really talking about this, about being with friends. So I want to put that there. Laughter is the best therapy. You know, like if you haven't been to a comedy night recently, maybe think about doing that. Watch comedy on TV, you know, like watch funny films. I feel like your guides are saying it's really important for you to have a good laugh right now, especially if things have been really heavy. Yep, so bring in that playfulness energy. Then we have a bit of a dove of peace there. And then it says, you may not always understand why certain things happen. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. Okay. So I feel like this probably goes with the release your ex card. So it could be that there was like a misunderstanding that happened with this relationship. And you're like, you're just like, you still want to be with that person, you know, like things didn't end properly. It was left, things were left unsaid, that kind of thing. But your guides are telling you that there's a bigger purpose, you know, to what's happened. And through the difficult times, a blessing will soon be revealed. So I feel like something good will come of this, even though it's been really, really painful. And then our third heart card is healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. So I feel like that definitely ties in with what we've just said. I think there's a situation with somebody previously, and even if this doesn't mean that things will continue going forward, I think that this is quite a nice thing to do, to maybe tie off any loose ends. You know, if it ended in a way that you weren't happy with, imagine yourself, maybe cross out beloved and put ex if that suits you better, surrounded by light, and feel the relationship being healed. So this could mean healed as in left in the past, without all of the hurt and the negative feelings that are still there. If there's a chance that things might be able to be repaired, then this is a positive sign for that as well. Okay, so let's have a look at our self-care cards. So we have some really quite musical cards today, pile 3. So our first card is dance. So I feel like this is a message for you in terms of how to shift your energy and feel better about everything. And that's pretty simple guidance. You may be somebody that already likes to dance, this is part of your like routine, but I feel like the message here is to just move your body, to let those difficult emotions pass through. This could be when you wake up in the morning, you kind of put on a really loud song and like move around a lot to get out of bed. This could mean going to a dance class, finding a new class, like learning a new type of dance, that kind of thing. Any kind of movement that's going to help you to process your feelings as well. There's things like ecstatic dance, you know, like the more kind of spiritual dance classes as well. So yeah, dancing can be very liberating. It can allow you to express yourself, self-expression, and it can help you to get back in your body, especially if you're doing healing work and, you know, you've very much been in your thoughts and in pain, basically. Helps us to clear energetic blocks, to be creative. Yeah, take a dance class, just dance around the house as well. Go to a club if you haven't been to a club for ages. That could be something that really shifts your energy. Sometimes we just need a good night out. And it's asking if you feel uncomfortable dancing in front of people. How could you work through that? and which type of dance makes you feel most radiant and best expresses you. So I feel like that would be really beneficial right now. And then we have the card of chanting. And we have some women there on their yoga mats in a yoga session, but we have the energy moving up through the throat chakra there. And yeah, you might have tried chanting before in a yoga class, that kind of thing. But the message definitely is to use your voice, and this will be very healing. It says, if you're new to chanting, you can start learning to tone Om and the sound for each chakra. Practice chanting on your own, and you can go on YouTube and listen to the sounds for each chakra and chant along with the video, and experiment with different tones and allow yourself to make these sounds. It's going to be really healing for you. And when you feel comfortable with that, you might want to look at chanting in a group. I think it's called Curtain. That is the practice of chanting. And again, most yoga studios will include chanting as part of the practice at the beginning and the end of the class. So that's another way to do it. Yeah, and if you feel blocked around trying that, then how can you remove those blocks? What is stopping you from using your voice? And again, this ties in with the Sodalite crystal that you picked, which is all about expressing yourself, and the throat chakra as well. So give dancing and the chanting a try, and I think you will feel a lot better. So our self-compassion cards, we have start with love, start today with love. May I start each day with love. So I feel like this is really talking about having a really constant morning routine where you feel good when you wake up. You know, you give yourself enough time, maybe wake up a bit earlier to do your routine. Make sure you drink a lot of water. And then we've got love, peace and kindness prioritized there. So you could wake up slowly with one of those alarm clocks where it wakes you up over time maybe. And then make sure you hydrate. Listen to something positive like some sound healing, affirmation video, that kind of thing. Let's see what else it says. I choose to begin each day with loving kindness. I practice loving kindness to send and receive compassion and good wishes to myself and others. What words of loving kindness would I like to send myself today? So they're talking about words there. So I think it's definitely going to be a good idea to add affirmations into your morning practice. You can get apps on your phone like the I Am app, which will send you affirmations all day, and just you can tap into different types of affirmations, self-love, relationship, business, that kind of thing. So I really recommend that. But I feel like by having this lovely morning routine that really gets you to start the day well, that's going to be massively healing for you. So that is a great piece of guidance. And then our second self-compassion card is, may I be blessed in my environment. I am thankful for my space. So here we've got the lady. She's got her own little comfortable nest there. I think, yeah, this is a nest. The plants and the tea and the hearts, that kind of thing. So I feel like your guides are saying another really healing thing for you to do at this time is just to create a really beautiful environment in your home. It says, I'm thankful for all the people and things which make home home for me. I choose to make my home a loving and happy and calm space. How often do I walk around my space with thankful eyes? What does doing so show me today? So yeah, it's really important to make your home environment really cozy and nurturing for yourself. Even if it's a room in the house for yourself that you can do that with, it doesn't need to be the whole place, but even just a small space in the house where you may be, you know, like a reading nook, or you have like an altar, that kind of thing, your crystals, all of that. But really lean into gratitude for that space as well. And be thankful for that space that you have to go to when you need some healing, some peace. some self-love, some meditation, all those things. So I feel like it's just a reminder about this. And if that's something you're aiming for, or if you're working towards finding your own space, I feel like this is a good sign for that as well. If you're maybe looking to buy somewhere to live or looking to move, be grateful for where you have right now as well, because that will manifest somewhere better if you're grateful for where you have. That one just came through there. And then our overall card, pile 3, is pleasure, which I love for you. So the overall guidance is to prioritize pleasure. Whatever you like to do for pleasure is so important right now. It's going to be very healing with some of these difficult things that were going on from the beginning, that we found out at the beginning of the reading. On this card, it's just pleasure is shown as just like a hot tea or a hot chocolate, maybe with marshmallows. Just the simple pleasures, the small pleasures. What gives you pleasure? And really prioritize that at this time. It's all about enjoying yourself. It even says dance through life and give toasts for no reason. You know, when you're out with your friends and like clinking the glasses, do that. And it's also about cherishing your sensuality and sexuality. So, you know, like, don't shy away from self-pleasure if that is, you know, because that can be very healing as well. And yeah, because often we're like told to prioritize work and stuff like that, and this comes last, but the guidance here is very strongly to prioritize what makes you feel good. Don't deny yourself joy because there's not enough time or it seems selfish, because your spirit needs pleasure right now. Pleasure is your soul's way of revitalizing your life force. And if you are feeling better energetically, you're going to be sending out high energy and magnetizing better things to you. And it says, make pampering yourself a priority and you'll have the energy you need to create everything you desire. Affirmation, my life is deliciously joyous. So I love this. I really think this links in well with these two. We've got the playfulness card and the laughter, which links into here as well. And I feel like your friends are just like a big, they are the big source of support in this laughter and pleasure here. So like the connection with your friends there is really massive, and you should prioritize that as well. But I hope that resonated, and please comment if that did. I'd love to hear if it resonated for you, and subscribe for more videos like this. And thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Okay, hello pile 4, and welcome to your pile. If you have chosen pile 4, you may have been guided by the Smoky Quartz point there. So Smoky Quartz is really good for grounding and for transmuting negative energy. So if you've been feeling ungrounded, in your head a lot, difficulty like with your emotions, that kind of thing, or you've been around any negative energy, then this is a good crystal to get to help with those things. So I'll just pop that there during the reading. So first of all, we're going to look at your romance angel cards. So first card that came out for you, we have attraction, which is a really nice card. It has a couple of meanings. So in terms of a relationship, it could be that there is some attraction going on right now with somebody. There's some chemistry there that is around right now. Because this is a self-love reading, I'm interpreting the cards more in a self-love sense. But it's actually talking about your energy as well. So it's saying you attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. But you might not really be in a place to want romantic love right now. So what this card is about is your energy, your vibration. And if you are feeling happier, more content, if you're smelling the roses, you know, doing self-care, self-love, taking time for yourself, then that is going to increase your energy and attract more things to you. It's the law of attraction. Everything is energy. And obviously, if you're in a high vibration, it's more likely you're going to attract better things. And being in a lower vibration, we tend to attract lower energy things. So this guidance is just saying to you, to attract what you want, it's really important to work on your energy, to do the things that make you feel good, be in the moment. And if you want to attract a relationship, that's a really good way of doing it, because if we work in our energy, then it's likely that the kind of person we attract will be a high vibrational person, which is what we want. We want somebody who is happy and magnetic and charismatic and kind and all of those high vibrational things. So yeah, we have the attraction card. As I said, it can also mean there's some sort of attraction going on right now. This is a slippy table. Okay, so then we got the card, pay attention to the red flags. Okay, so I really don't want to bum people out who are feeling the attraction right now. But these cards are often a heads up for things, and it's important that we listen to the messages. So it says, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So this normally jumps out if you have maybe started seeing somebody, or you could have been in a relationship for a long time, but there are red flags which are making you question things that are going on. Now, a red flag can be a whole host of things. It can be disrespectful behavior, can maybe be some addictive behavior going on with the other person. There could be some emotional issues with the other person. They may still be hanging on to the past. They could have childhood issues that they haven't healed. You know, a lot of us are walking around with unhealed stuff, but I think sometimes we're shown things and it's a real sign that the other person maybe isn't in the right place to be in a relationship right now. So all it's saying is pay attention to them. It doesn't mean that if you're in a relationship, you should just immediately run out on it. It could be that this person needs help with these things and you might be the person to do that. But it is a bit of a warning. It's a bit of a cautionary card. And it's just asking you to not to turn a blind eye to stuff that isn't right for you, that isn't going to make you happy in the long run. So just be aware of that. It's not the end of the world, but they just want to give you the heads up about some red flags. If there's nobody in your life right now, then this could mean some red flags going on with you. There could be some things that you're doing that, you know, it isn't really self-love. You know, you could be doing things that are like hurtful for yourself. We all do these things, you know, like we can have addictive behaviors to like minimize our feelings, to give us comfort if we're in pain, that kind of stuff. So just be aware if there's anything that you're doing as well that might be reducing your capacity for happiness, and don't ignore it. Really like pay attention to anything that you're doing that isn't helping you and like work on that as well. Okay, and then we have the card Love Yourself First. Okay, it's a self-love reading, so I wasn't surprised that this jumped out. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And again, it could be that you're not really in that space for a romantic relationship. I think your self-respect just makes you more, your energy way higher, you know, and you just feel better about yourself when you have self-respect, when you have self-love. So your guides are saying, you know, if there's a situation going on that, you know, you're getting the red flags, things aren't right, then it's really important right now to prioritize yourself, to put yourself first. And that can be hard. You know, if you're used to putting somebody else first, it can be hard to suddenly do this. But they're saying that it's like super important for you to put yourself first, to give yourself some time, to take some time away from a situation that might be hurting you. Yeah. Love yourself first at this time. Also, if you're single, if you want a relationship, really work on your self-love. The more you love who you are, the greater your capacity to feel loved by others. And this is about trusting yourself to take good care of yourself. And it might involve becoming more assertive and having strong boundaries as well. So often a red flag is it tells us what we will and won't put up with in a relationship. So if we have strong boundaries, then ideally that other person will see that we're not going to put up with certain things. And it also, the Love Yourself First card is about spending some time alone instead of in a relationship, because we can spend some time looking at the patterns that have been happened in the past. We can assess what's gone on in past relationships. We can find the positives from each relationship we've been in. And that can be really healing, you know, to look if you've become stronger or more independent or more patient, something. Ideally, there will be a positive. I know that some relationships are so bad it can feel hard to see anything like that, but just let go of everything apart from the lessons and the love. And it's so important to love yourself first, especially as you prepare for your next relationship or heal the one you're in. Because the more you respect yourself, the more that you attract the right people into your life, and it leads to healthy relationships based on mutual respect. So yeah, I feel like it's telling a little bit of a story here, but the attraction card is very much linked into love yourself first, because this is about your energy, doing things to increase your vibration, increase your energy. And then love yourself first is talking about the same things, and they are both around the red flags. So I feel like your guides are saying that prioritizing yourself is massively important right now, especially if there's stuff going on that isn't, you know, it's not making you happy, basically, or somebody else's behavior is really confusing and difficult to deal with, if that makes sense. Okay, so let's have a look at our heart-shaped cards. So yeah, we've got look inside yourself. So that's just another repeated message. Examine what is causing you to feel this way. So I feel like this is tied into the spending time alone. Even if you're with somebody, it's a good idea to spend some time alone to reflect on things, because it's so easy to just be with the other person the whole time. But it's important to, if you're feeling certain things, then figure out why as well. So if there's some red flags coming up about something, and this doesn't even need to be romantic, this could be with a friend, a family member, you know, this definitely doesn't need to be a romantic relationship. But what's causing you? Why are you seeing the red flags? What is coming up? Why are you reacting like that as well? There could be something in you that needs to heal as well. So I feel like this is just a repeated message to take some time to self-reflect and really look at your emotions and the reasons behind them. Get some support with this if you need to as well, because sometimes it can be really difficult to do a deep dive into our own emotions. That can be quite scary. Okay, then we have another one linked into emotions. So a lot of emotions in this theme in this pile. Emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. In order to see things clearly, you must let go of resentment. So yeah, it's a tricky one, isn't it? Because we can't just ignore our emotions, especially if there are like strange things happening. Yes, we need to let go of resentment. That's important to move forward. I think if we're hanging on to this against anybody, it can make it difficult to move forward in life, but it often can take time if difficult things have happened. Yeah, there's something about the emotions and logic there as well. So obviously our emotions can say one thing and our head can say another, and it's important to try and separate them because they can obviously cloud our vision, distort our perception. So I feel like this is very much linked into this card, looking into how you're feeling, why you're feeling like that, and, working out how to move through these emotions, this situation, and how to deal with things and feel happier, So hopefully that resonates. And then we have the card, wait, don't rush into it, allow nature to take its course. It's meant to say it's. Yeah, so this could be about this situation that we have up here as well, which makes sense because we had that card about spending some time alone. But yeah, it's your guide is saying wait, just don't push or force anything. Take some time out, especially if you've got some tricky emotions to deal with right now. Spend the time on self-love, spend the time on the law of attraction and raising your energy, your vibration, because that's going to then attract in the right person for you. Maybe somebody that doesn't have these red flags that are causing an issue. So yeah, don't let your emotions take over to the point where you get into something that isn't good for you, like take some time. Be boundaried if you have to be. Say you need time, you won't be rushed into anything. Okay. Let's have a look at our self-care cards. So our first card is build strength. So your guide is saying in terms of healing and self-love and self-care, it's really important for you to build strength at this time. Now, obviously, it looks like this woman is in a gym situation. It's like a boxing situation. So it's like strength training type energy there, like maybe weights, that kind of thing. And I think if you're going through emotional turmoil, difficult emotions, then strength training, the weights can be really helpful because it helps you to kind of ground in your body. And it's so good to like release stress and tension as well. So they're asking you to think about that. It might be something you already do, or it might have fallen by the wayside a bit, or you might intend to do it and it's just a sign to like make it a priority to do that kind of exercise. It's about moving and strengthening your body in a new way. It's talking about consider a class, working with a personal trainer. And it's not really so much about your physical appearance. It's more about feeling strong in your body. How you would feel, say, if you did a longer run or went on a long hike, like the feeling at the end of that, how strong you would feel, how good you would feel in your mind and your body, and celebrate yourself when you achieve a fitness goal as well. And yeah, I feel like that's all about feeling strong, like feeling strong in the middle of this, the emotional stuff that's going on. And then we've got some nice self-care, soak in a bath. So bath looks lovely. There's all the candles there, the crystals, the oils. So I feel like this is talking about more of a ritual bath where it's like a really, really long soak where you have the candles and the incense and all of that type of thing. You might not be a bath person, but this could be a sign that, you know, it could be really beneficial for you right now just to, like, do something different and get in the bath and spend hours, get a nice bath bomb, some lovely bath oil, just really pamper yourself. You can put essential oil in your bath, even flower petals. You can imagine the water washing away all of the difficulties and the difficult emotions. And you can create just a lovely bath ritual. You can get those bath boards now that you put across the bath, and you can put like your drink on there and just make your bath look lovely. And it's saying like, take your time when washing your hair and body and treat yourself like a goddess, lots of pampering. And then afterwards, remember to do the body lotion, the cream, because often we're too busy and we forget that. Give yourself a bit of a massage. Stay fully relaxed for as long as you can and make it a really, really a real event, this ritual bath, and let the water restore you. You can put Epsom salt in the bath as well, or Himalayan salt, and that'll help to clear out any negative energy as well. But I feel like these two things will be amazing right now for you to just feel stronger and practice some self-care. So then we've got our self-compassion cards. So we have listen to your heart. So again, the heart, the emotions, very strong theme here. May I trust and believe in myself. I am wise and trust myself wholeheartedly. I choose to believe in myself. I'm learning to trust myself more each day. Ties into love yourself first, I think. What is my heart telling me today? How can I listen to my inner wise voice who wishes me well? So yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it? Because sometimes our heart can get us into trouble if we follow our heart over our head and we're in like a difficult situation like the red flag thing. But I think the guidance here is just to cultivate more trust in yourself and, you know, your intuition as well. Like it's saying your heart, but it's like your gut feelings. You know, so if there are situations going on around you where there's little signs that things aren't quite right, even if it's just a tiny little thing and it's like bugging you, then really listen to those things. Again, that could be about in a romantic situation, friends, that kind of, or friends. And just learning to trust yourself more. What is my heart telling me today? How can I listen to my wise inner voice who wishes me well? So to help with that, meditation can help us to hear our own wisdom better. You know, we get quiet and block out all the noise. Can really help us to tune into our intuition more, learn to trust our gut. But I feel like that's really important right now. Really trusting and believing in your inner voice, inner guidance. Don't ignore your inner guidance at the minute. And then we have connect with loved ones. Connect with loved ones. May I connect with love and joy. And we've got the best friends here, which is lovely. So, yeah, I think often we get sucked into relationship situations and it can be easy to forget to see our friends, the people that make us laugh, that make us feel good. So it's just a really clear sign to connect with them, to spend time with the people that you don't have to think about their behavior or their actions. You know, you're just comfortable with them. I am blessed with great friendship and I'm connected lovingly and with joy. Who do I love to connect with and how can I connect with them today? So I feel like this is a very clear sign to, you know, spend time with people that you love hanging out with. This is part of self-love and it's going to really help to raise your vibration as well, to be in that high energy with people that you really like to spend time with as well. So yeah, I love that piece of guidance because it's easy to forget to do that, especially after lockdowns and everything. I think a lot of us have got used to spending time by ourselves, but we need connection. We need our friends, you know. This could be about making new friends as well. we prioritize finding new partners, but not necessarily friends. And I think most of us could count really good friends on one hand, you know, like it's not as easy to make friends nowadays as it was, I think, because everyone's on their phone. But yeah, this is going to really raise your vibration and help you to feel better right now. And then our final card, we have Success, which is just a lovely, lovely, lovely card. So I feel like the Success card has come out because there's things happening. It's emotional. There's like difficulties going on, but I feel like your guides are saying that you can get through this situation. You can do these things that they've recommended to you, and you're going to come out of it feeling way better. You're going to feel much more high energy, more self-love, you know, like not rushing into things, sorting out your emotions. And I feel like by doing all of that, it's going to have a successful outcome. You're going to feel way better in yourself, and you're going to be in a really good state to move forwards and be ready for the right person to come in for you. It's talking about both inner and outer success. So the inner success is when we are feeling that self-love and joy and contentment. And the outer success is when the external things are happening that we want to happen in our lives as well. And it's like having a winner's mindset, basically, trying to get into that mindset, that success mindset. And I feel like the exercise is really going to help with that, because feeling like the feelings of achievement. And this is a state of mind. So the more you feel it, the more love and prosperity and abundance are going to pour into your life. And if a situation knocks you over, then get up and brush yourself off, like learn the lessons and move on. You're not a failure if you fall down, but only if you stay down. You know, it's important to keep going and keep believing and celebrate even the smallest victories that occur as well. That's a really big part of self-love. But I feel like that Success card is just so positive, and you know, is a great sign if you're going through a difficult situation right now, that everything's going to turn out great and you're going to get through this and move on to much better things going forward. Okay, Pal 4, thanks for watching. I really hope that resonated. If it did, please comment. I'd really appreciate your feedback. And please don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more of this type of video. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.